Hi guys, it's Carol. How are ya? We're okay. The Texas Panhandle is on fire. In yesterday's video, I told you about that and uh, how terrified I am of wildfires because they can move so quickly and they can change directions in a second by the wind changing direction. And then that's how people get trapped. They think they're getting away from it, and then the wind changes direction, and all of a sudden they're in big trouble. The fire, the Smoke Creek fire that I told you about yesterday, is 0% contained. It's not contained at all. And CNN said at times it was moving 2 football field lengths a second. I'm going to stick this little clip in for you to see, because if I didn't live here and somebody told me a wildfire could move 2 football fields per second, I wouldn't believe it. But because I live here, I know it can. It just terrifies me because it moves so quickly. I mean, that's how fast wildfire can go. Um, That's what CNN said. I mean, that's a lot, traveling fast in a second, but that's what they said. But wildfires do move so quick out here because we're dry. There's no vegetation like I've seen back east. Our situation here is we're hot, windy, and dry. And oh my gosh, I dread hearing about the cattle. Um, there's a This is ranching country, all in the Panhandle of Texas. That Panhandle of Texas is the top 26 counties in that. I'll show you a map in case you don't know about my state. Um, there have been devastating fires in the Panhandle every year, uh, but this one is huge. I believe they said so far this is the biggest wildfire in Texas, the one that's over 500,000 acres now and not contained, not even a tiny bit. There's a little town called Fritch. That's where Ron White is from. If you know who Ron White is, he's a comedian. Um, a lot of homes are lost. Actually, a lot of homes are lost all over the Panhandle up there. It's just been horrible. So, really worried about people up there and cattle and horses and wildlife. Wildfire is just terrible. In case you don't know about my state, I'm going to show you a map. The dogs and I are sitting in the car while Casey and my grandkids go in Dollar Tree. The sky is still hazy. My daughter Becky lives on the north side of Emerald. I live on the south side. And she said they stayed up till midnight because they were evacuating some people about 10 miles north of her. I just heard that they evacuated Pantex last night. Pantex is a government facility northeast of Amarillo, not very far. It's the primary nuclear weapons assembly and disassembly plant in the United States. It's just not very far. And they evacuated Pantex last night because the fire was getting close. They said out of an abundance of caution. But as long as I've lived here, 50 years, they have never evacuated Pantex before. If the wildfire hit Pantex, it could be awful. But they have their own fire department and things. But anyway, it's a scary time here in the Texas Panhandle. Um, I saw pictures just now of the cattle racing away from the fire. It scares me. If you want to read what a wildfire is really like, Texas Monthly Magazine did an article on the last time the Texas Panhandle was in this huge wildfire, and talks about what happens. Just an excellent article. All the major TV stations have films of the fire if you want to look at it, and then you'll understand why I am terrified of wildfires, and we deal with them every spring. But the good news is, yesterday it was 80 degrees. We're supposed to have rain-snow mix tomorrow. That'll help with the wildfires. Oh, let me tell you something else. Yesterday, in February, in Killeen, Texas, they hit 100 degrees. Yesterday, February 27th. That's too hot to be February weather. Killeen is about 7 hours away from me. It's south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So that's a long way from me, but still, 100 degrees in February, no. Here's a map of Texas. See where it says Texline, Texas, that little red dot at the very top? From there down to Brownsville, Texas, which is at the very bottom, is over 900 miles. That's how big the state is. Amarillo's where the blue X is. That Smoke Creek fire is where the turquoise is. Yeah, too close for comfort for me. But I did hear just now, it's 3 o'clock, that Smokehouse Creek fire is now 3% contained, which isn't much, but it's some, but it's grown to over 850,000 acres. We have a chance for a rain-snow mix tomorrow in the Panhandle. Please pray that we are bombarded with rain and snow to put that fire out, please. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.